fun.
Yeah,
I
it's a good
enjoyed
game.
that game.
I'm pretty high
Yeah,
right
that
now.
was decent, man.
And you can't, and like, you know, like, you don't want it to be too easy, which it wasn't.
No.
No.
And it was challenging.
Yeah.
It was fairly challenging.
Yeah.
Not the highest level, but fairly challenging.
I think so too. So that was kind of cool game.
Yeah.
And listen, St. Paddy's Day is a green holiday. You can see, guys, I'm all greened out. I got the green going on.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Late night green.
Late night green.
You feel me?
Shout it out. But yeah, so you know, that's our little way to honor St. Paddy's Day. And so what we got going on now is kind of something that we always have going on at this time of night. Is Bill's here to give us the news. What's up, Bill?
What's happening, Phil? So good to see you.
What's going on, brother?
A whole lot going on in the news world, but I want to start off with how you feeling?
Well, we're good over here. I can tell you that.
There seem to be clouds rolling through the studio.
Yeah, I'm hoping that we're not moving in slow motion and things are kind of flowing over here. But no, we're doing good. That was a fun game.
That was fun.
Always fun to have a consequence. And I think we may have shorted the house a hit each, if my fucking counting's correct. But fuck it, we did plenty of hits, right, Bill?
Did plenty. I'm telling you. Some of the smoke alarms started going on up here in the newsroom.
Well,
just from the smoke coming through the events.
It's the smoke alarm. You going? Oh, look, there's smoke. Look at that.
Yeah. Well, it could be that. So let's. Why don't we talk about some stories that?
Yeah.
So these are some stories that Cough Country News has covered, guys. So if you are not subscribed to Cough Country News, go over and subscribe to Cough Country News. Now is the time. We're going to be in Atlantic City tomorrow at the Champs show. So
yeah.
If
hoping to catch a few people, maybe a couple of interviews if possible. I think that would be fun.
Yep, we're going to go through the show and find out what's going on, and then you'll report back on that, right?
Absolutely. And if you're at the show and you see us there, please step on up and say hi. We'd love to see you.
Yeah, not too close, right?
Not too close. Don't make it weird.
Yeah.
But
all right, no, don't put hands on him. If you see Bill, don't put hands on him and shit. Just say hi. Just say
touchy.
Yeah, just say
no
hi
touching.
and shit.
Yeah, just say hi.
Okay.
Please do not touch our Bill.
Yeah, do not.
But listen, we got a couple of good stories.
All right, tell us about what's going on.
Like we were talking earlier in the show, Gen Z is moving away from flower and they're getting into vapes. They don't seem to be liking it. So I got a couple of stats for you here. In California, shoppers spent over 10% more on vapes than flower last month. And 170% more on vapes than on edibles. It's incredible, right?
100 and what?
170% more on vapes than on edibles.
It's pretty wild.
It's understandable. They're creatures of convenience more than we are.
No
Specifically
doubt.
Gen Z, yeah.
Yeah,
no doubt.
That, and I think, over the years, the amount of, whether you call it clarification or misinformation there's been about smoke versus vapor, between that convenience and, just it being cannabis and not nicotine, that doesn't surprise me at all.
Right. I mean, no one's going to pretend that smoking is good for you.
No.
But the question is, I think for a long time people have thought, well, vaping, it's just vapor. It's not a problem. And it's just not true.
Well, I will say that there's a completely
I can tell you this one tastes pretty goddamn good, Bill.
Yeah. But we don't know if it's better for you or it might be worse for you.
A lot of those...
There's no long-term studies yet. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Those long-term studies, a lot of those stem from cigarettes. They weren't stemming from people smoking joints. And we all know how cigarettes are constructed versus joints or anything with cannabis.
Right.
We're not saying joints are perfectly rolled or perfectly made, but they're certainly not cigarettes.
I think you nailed it the first time. It is a product of convenience. I mean, there was a point in time where I'm like, where I saw this, the whole vape thing was just like, it started off with just like people replacing, cigarettes with vape. And when I saw that, I'm like, you know what, man, they're on to something, because if they can then turn that into this,
yes,
then we're on to something. And it doesn't surprise me that, but for me, one doesn't replace the other.
Right, they're definitely different.
I'm using the
Sure.
pen. I'm using the pen when I can't do anything else.
Right.
I'm using the pen when I'm trying to be discreet, or I'm in a crowd of people, or I just
Right.
want to do my own thing.
Well, I think whether people know it or not, like I was saying earlier, they call it concentrate for a reason. And I bet if you ask most people, if they got down to that point, they'd say, well, I can't really say why, but I just feel like I'm more operational with the pen. And I've
They
heard that
probably are.
before, too. And it's just basically
Yeah,
that you're
okay.
it's convenience.
I mean, you are. I mean, listen, you don't get as fucked up on a pen as you do.
Vapor
Right.
center,
Right.
vapor.
But Phil, you grew up with flower, so you know exactly how that feels, and you know what it's all about. But probably some of the Gen Z folks, they may have never even tried flower. Right, the first and only
I don't know if-
experience
I
with
mean-
cannabis could be through vape.
I mean, I'll go along with I'll go along with the fact that their first experience might be with a vape, but I don't know if they didn't have any flower at
I
all.
wouldn't be surprised right now if
Well, I mean, look at the numbers.
a sentiment amongst people 20 and below is only old people smoke flower.
That's exactly what I'm starting to think as well.
And
It's
we'll
going to
say-
be seen as an older person's thing to do.
I
But on
mean,
the- on
what the fuck?
On the science level,
Fucking flower. How the fuck did this happen?
It's on the science level though, vapor is thinner than smoke. If you put yourself in
Is
a-
it?
Yes, if you put yourself in a sealed room with a pound of weed lighting on fire, you're gonna get really high and then you're gonna pass out and die. Versus if you took like a big Puffco, put like a big vape cart in there, the vapor started pouring out into the room, you'd get like hot and heated and but you'd be high, and then after a while you'd probably just want to get out of the boredom. But it's gonna take you a lot longer to like suffocate under a room full of vapor versus smoke. Absolutely.
I'm just thinking long-term effects.
You got me
Whatever's
thinking,
in the vape that
you
you're
got me
inhaling.
thinking about a project we're working on here that I told you.
Okay, so let's move along on the story.
All right.
Yeah, let's move along. You're right. Let
Thanks,
me see.
Todd.
Long
Thanks,
headspace.
Todd Father.
But we did have
Moving
an
the show
interesting
along.
thing came up, and I want to point this out. The article actually had some information about underage users as well. And I thought this was interesting. Fewer high school students report using cannabis at all than 6 years ago. So the number of high school people abusing it has gone down in the past 6 years.
That doesn't surprise me either, because are they able to get to the dispensaries, and and if they are, how many of them have that cool older brother or anything like that? They're getting their shit from dealers, and of course, if anything, a kid who is very accustomed to how they feel within a very short, narrow view of how they live their life is going to be like, well, wait, I feel off smoking this street card. I'm going to stop using it.
Well, they're just saying, they didn't get into all the details of that, just that the number of high school students using has gone down in the past 6 years. And for those who do, vaping is the dominant format. So,
And
I think they're missing out on bong hits, if
Antisocial.
you ask me, man. And the bong hit is a wonderful fucking thing, Dan. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel that.
They
Right
have
on.
more
But I
choice
feel
now.
like it's
That's
really
what it is.
antisocial nowadays.
They
That's
have,
why-
they have
What
more
is?
choice.
The vaping, because like everyone's so antisocial. So like when you vape, it's like a personal moment.
Yeah, it's like
versus,
drinking your own drink and shit.
You're,
ain't
right.
shit.
You're
You
on to
ain't
something like smoking is sharing.
sharing.
It's smoking is sharing. So like
Yes.
you're always in a cipher.
Facts.
But like you're vaping, you're antisocial almost. You know.
yeah.
I think
There you
you
go.
you
It's
bring
very
up an
discreet.
excellent element.
Preach, baby.
Brother, you're
Preach.
right. He's right.
All right, what do you say we go to the next story?
Let's do it.